welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your way to get, really informed without drowning in information. Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating. It's this space where reality TV stars drop the act, basically. They face off against, well, the intense world of elite military training. It's a place where human limits get seriously pushed, maybe even redefined, and you see these unexpected transformations.
Yeah, it's really compelling. And this show we're looking at, Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, it just strips everything away. All the usual celebrity stuff, gone. It puts these well-known people under immense pressure, and you start to see what they're really made of, When it's not about likes or votes, just pure grit.
Exactly. So our source for this deep dive today is an article from Hollywood Life. It's called Special Forces, Cast and Challenges. And it does a great job breaking down the show's whole concept and the really interesting mix of people they got for the latest season. So get ready, because we're going to explore resilience. What happens when the cameras roll, but the fame game is off the table?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why these celebrities even sign up for this kind of ordeal.
And what it tells us about, well, maybe the strength we all have inside us somewhere.
Okay, so let's unpack how this show actually works, because it's really not like your standard reality competition. The article stresses this point. Participants go through a version of a real, incredibly tough Special Forces selection process.
Yeah, and it's run by actual former elite soldiers, not actors. The real deal.
So the stakes feel completely different, right, for everyone involved.
Totally. And what's really interesting is how people leave the show. There are only three ways out. You can quit, just say I'm done, VW, voluntary withdrawal, or you get injured, or the medical staff pulls you for safety. That's it.
No voting off.
No voting off. No eliminations based on performance or popularity. And that changes everything internally for the contestants.
Right.
It stops being about winning some prize. It becomes about, can I actually endure this? What can I learn about myself? Having those real veterans running it gives it this raw authenticity. You just don't see that elsewhere.
That no popularity contest angle is huge. It really makes you wonder, why? Why would these celebrities, who, let's be honest, often have pretty comfortable lives, sign up for something so demanding, physically and mentally?
Right.
The article mentions a wild mix in the latest season. You've got serious athletes like Olympic gold medalist Aaron Jackson and the skier Bode Miller. Legends in their sports. They know physical limits, but maybe not this kind.
Yeah, it's a different kind of pressure than competition. And then you have people from like the heart of reality TV, Jojo Siwa, Tom Sandoval, people whose public image is usually very controlled, very polished.
And others too, like Jack Osborne, even Kate Gosselin shows up in the list. It's such a diverse group.
That's what's intriguing, isn't it? People from such different worlds all choosing to step into this environment that's literally designed to break them. It feels less about showing off skills they already have and more about testing their raw mental strength.
So does the article give any clues about how their individual strengths or maybe their weak spots get tested differently in this military setting? Like take Robert Horry, NBA champion, clutch player. He knows pressure.
Sure, game pressure.
But how does that help when you're facing, say, an interrogation simulation? Or getting barely any sleep for days? Those are key parts of the show.
That's a really good point. The article doesn't spell it out for each person, but you sense this common thread. Maybe it's a desire to redefine themselves or just curiosity, like, what am I made of, really, outside my bubble?
Yeah.
For the athletes, okay, their physical base is high, but this kind of military mental endurance, that's new territory. For the reality stars, maybe it's about stripping off that curated image, facing vulnerability, like totally raw in public.
That makes sense.
It sort of exposes the actual person under the celebrity persona. You see sides of them you never normally glimpse.
So, okay, if it's not about winning or being liked,
Yeah.
what's the big takeaway for us watching or, listening to this? What does a show like Special Forces actually tell us about maybe human nature or resilience?
Well, if you look at the bigger picture, it's kind of a powerful statement, isn't it, about how struggle and growth are universal. The show really demonstrates that resilience isn't just for soldiers or athletes. It's something inside all of us. Often you only find it when you're pushed way past what you thought your limits were.
Right.
And the celebrity angle actually makes the point stronger, I think, because their vulnerability is so visible. You see these people who've hit the peak of public success, right? And yet they struggle with the same basic human stuff we all do: fear, pain, self-doubt.
Yeah, and what really stands out from the article is that their fame, their money,
Yeah.
it means absolutely nothing there. Zero advantage.
If anything, it could be a disadvantage.
How so?
Well, they might have to work harder to shed that public persona, the image they've built. They're forced to be just
Hmm.
them, stripped bare.
So it becomes less about crowning a winner and more about witnessing who sticks it out, who learns something deep about themselves.
Exactly, who finds that inner strength they didn't even know was there.
It sort of changes what tough even means, doesn't it?
Precisely. It makes you question our usual definitions of strength or success. Is success just about what you achieve on the outside? Or is it about that inner capacity to face down adversity? The deep dives these celebrities are doing within themselves under all that pressure, it's kind of like a mirror. It reflects our own potential for resilience, in our everyday lives, even if our struggles aren't broadcast on TV.
Okay, so that leads us nicely to our final thought for you, the listener, to sort of mull over. We've talked about these celebrities pushing themselves to the absolute edge, shedding those public skins. So what does that actually reveal about how we define strength or success, or even reality? Especially when cameras are involved, or maybe, more importantly, when they're not. What hidden challenges might we all be capable of facing, and what unexpected strengths could we find if we were really pushed outside our own comfort zones? Something to think about until our next deep dive.